Music.
$75.
You got
it. I'll let you get started on that. He's singing for it.
You got it.
I don't see no bids.
Bid to buy.
TJ Flutie boasters.
Let's make it make sense. Bid to buy. You got the bid. Joe.
Show got the bid to buy.
Hey. Now, let's see some bid. They got me on EBT.
We got it all down.
All right, guys, welcome back to Deep South Cutlery. Today, we want to take just a minute or two to make some explanations about blades and to be more specific, the types of steel that case knives use in their blades. As we're running auctions, you'll hear us say carbon steel or stainless steel or Damascus or a whole plethora of different things that we may say. And it's come to our realization that sometimes that gets confusing. And don't feel bad about that because it gets confusing to us also. So we've got here on the little block just about every different type of blade that we at least have in stock of steel composition. On the bottom right here is what is Case's most common blade, which is what they call their true sharp stainless. It is. Of course, if you ever try to get any information from Case, that's like pulling hen's teeth, but it is their most common blade. And we'll talk about it in comparison to some of the others here in just a second, but has good edge holding retention. They built this stainless steel with the idea that it should be easy to get an edge on, easy to resharpen. But there's where we'll start. There's the base of what you see in 80%, 75% of all case knives that at least come through our shop. Right above it here in this orange jig is their carbon steel. You'll hear us say CS, and if you notice, a lot of times when we're selling them or showing them, they'll come in a white box. The stainless will come in a black box. Not all the time, but majority of the time. And it's got carbon steel there wrote on the box. On the blade, right above right by the serial number. Let me get it here where you can see it. It'll have their Case USA, and you see 52, 54, 1095. So this is a 1095 carbon steel. That's what all of them are. This one being a little, they wanted to show it off a little more, but a lot of them have CS on them. The stainless steels will have carbon steel on them. Behind it right there is the carbon steel also, but I want you to notice there about this one. This one has let me get it off here without cutting myself or killing somebody. This one has a stone washed effect. If you've ever toted an old carbon steel knife, you know that they will tarnish, they will rust. With that being said, they're a little easier to get an edge on. So thus, a lot of people love them. Matter of fact, in my pocket right now is a carbon steel yellow handle synthetic Sodbuster Jr. If you're familiar with Rockwell ratings, the hardness of metal, the higher, of course, the harder. There is a limit there where you can get something so hard that it becomes brittle. But the stainless steel has a hardness rating somewhere around 59 Rockwell, and the carbon steel has somewhere around 55. So not as hard, but a little easier to get an edge on. Above it here is their Damascus. Now this is that's a fine knife there. It's not really a knife you want to tote. Damascus steel is nice. It's pretty. You can see the waves in it. Old steel. Comes from, guess where? Damascus. Very rare to see American Damascus. A lot of Damascus that you see is Pakistani, but Case has theirs. An American Damascus has the layers. You see it there popping. But this Damascus steel is really, really bad to rust. It is an ancient steel, an ancient alloy. But yet, man, if you stuck that in your pocket for more than a day or two and did the kind of work that a lot of us do, it's going to be a rusty mess. Cool to look at, probably nice to put on your shelf, not real practical to tote. I missed this while ago when I was talking about the stainless. Behind here, I don't know if you can see this blade here. Let me reach around, try not to knock the camera off, and try not to knock anything else off in the process. Man, the magnets. That is a stainless steel knife with a PVD coating. That coating is black. Now, I sound smart by saying this. This is a physical vapor deposition that is put on this blade, this coating of this blade. This is stainless steel with that. Yeah, and I did have to Google that. I'm not smart enough to know what that is. But that is made by some type of electrolysis. that they use to coat that stainless steel. It makes it a little more wear resistant. On cases stainless steel, we will add this. Even Case says this on their website and from different places you look up. It will rust. It is not really a true stainless, even though they call it that. It will tarnish, it will rust, but I'm yet to see one, but they do say it will at some point or another. The PVD blade, it will make the knife just a little more wear resistant if you're actually using it, but look at that thing. You really don't want to use that knife. Look right here. Here is Case's, here's their, this is Case's workhorse right here. This is their chrome vanadium, or you hear us say CV. Now there is very few knives that come through anymore that is CV. Matter of fact, let's take a look at this one. This is a 21 model, so this isn't even a new one. Don't see a whole lot of CV knives come through anymore. This is Case's personal mixture, I guess you say. Their brainchild, they've been making years, that is a carbon steel that they mix with chromium and vanadium. And what that does is it makes it a little bit harder than standard carbon steel, but a little softer than the stainless steel. So we was talking about Rockwell ratings a while ago. This one around 59, this one around 55. The CV is somewhere around 58. So it's a little harder, but it still has a little better blade retention. It will also tarnish. Its box is kind of like an off-white. You see that? So there's it compared to the carbon steel boxes. It's like an off-white color. And on the bottom, in the buffalo horn, bottom left, in the buffalo horn is a cool knife. That is a Case buffalo horn mini trapper. Look at that. Wharncliff blades, pull throughs. But that is in the S35VN steel. This, as far as I know, Case hadn't been making this a whole long time. This is a super steel, a super alloy that is super easy to sharpen, but very, very hard, has a excellent blade retention, I guess you'd say. With that being said, yeah, it costs a little more. Its Rockwell rating is somewhere around 61, so harder than the stainless. But look at that. That's just a cool knife. So there are more knives out there, 154 CM. Man, I could go on. And if you look at different knife companies, all of them have a different, their different brainchild. But that kind of gives you a basic overview. Go and look it up. I promise you, I hadn't filled in with all the gaps that you can look up there. There are websites and pages and reviews on all these type of blades. Go look them up, see which one you like, and see which one you want to tote. Until next time, we'll see you Thursday night. Y'all have a good day, and God bless you.